Good morning, ma'am.
Very good morning, everyone.
Good morning, all.
In Unit 2, we are going to read these chapters. How Birbal saved his life, lighter of the lamp, a birthday, the best present of all. Today we are going to start the story, The Best Present of All. Everyone open the textbook, page number 67. Open your textbook, page number 67. If you are ready, show me thumbs up. Great. Anvita, take out your book first. Yes, Anvita, what is your problem?
Ma'am, can you talk a little bit near to the mic? Ma'am, I can't hear.
Have you increased the volume? Now it is better?
Yes, ma'am. Now it is okay.
Good. So this passage, this story, The Best Present of All, is written by Oliver A. Houck. Can you pronounce it? What is it? Yes, Hitans. Houck. Divishi raised hand. Yes, Divishi, can you pronounce it?
Ma'am, no, ma'am. Your voice is very low, ma'am.
Divishi, can you pronounce it? Houck?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, can you pronounce this one? Houck.
Ma'am, your voice is very low, ma'am.
How many of you can hear me clearly? Please raise hand. Show me thumbs up if you can hear me clearly. So many thumbs up. Maybe you are having some internet issue. You can do one thing, rejoin the meeting. Okay, I'll admit you.
Okay, ma'am.
Those are having some issue with voice or my camera can rejoin. I guess most of you can hear me very clearly. In fact, I can hear you all very clearly. So let's concentrate on the passage. Oliver A. Houck is Hawk. Oliver A. Hawk. Let's know about the author. Let me give you before I start the story, let me give you a small hint. In this story, we are going to learn how man destroys nature to meet his selfish needs. King Oliver's advisor reminds us that the bounty of nature energy is not inexhaustible. Okay, good. I'll start with Hanvita. Hanvita, read the first paragraph.
Okay, ma'am. Ice cream and cookies. Ha. It was the day before the biggest day, a day for all the children in his kingdom. But as he paced back and forth before his royal advisers, the good King Oliver was worried. Overhead, a royal light bulb winked dimly as if it were worried too. Children will come from.
So, have you all understood the meaning of these three lines? Is it clear? So, Prince Oliver is not happy about something. It was the day before the biggest day. Maybe King Oliver is going to celebrate something very big. But the before day, he was very unhappy. Ice cream and cookies, bah. Bah is a sound of disagreement, or we can say it is a very dissatisfaction. And he was paced back and forth. Paced means he was walking in his room forward and backward. And he was surrounded by his royal advisors. And the king was very, very worried, and there was a light bulb above his head which was blinking constantly, looking like it was worried like the king too. Clear? Yes, Hitansh. Yes, Hitansh. Okay, Hitansh, you can read now.
Okay, ma'am. Children became Children will come from all over the land, the king said, hugging himself with his long thin arms, for it was always cold in the castle. They will gather right outside this window, dressed in their animal costumes and in their party clothes, to receive the best present in the whole world, a present for all their lives and for their children too.
Okay, stop. So we can guess from here, King Oliver might be very kind that he is organizing a party the next day, and children from all over the land is going to gather behind his window to receive presents, and he's going to give away so many presents that not only their life, their future children's life will also it will be for their future children also. That means there should be a very good amount of present. And what kind of dress they will be wearing? Who can answer this one? King Oliver is expecting the children in what kind of dresses? Who can tell me this one? Bhuvan, raise hand. Yes, Bhuvan, tell. Yes, Bhuvan, tell. What kind of dresses the children will be wearing?
Kind of dresses.
Okay, Hitansh, you can answer this one.
O- Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, animal and party costumes.
Correct answer. So up to here it is clear. Should we move to the next paragraph? Yes, show me thumbs up. Good. Next, who is willing to read? Raise hand. Raise hand quickly. Keep your camera on and raise hand. Okay, Divishi, read the third paragraph.
Ma'am, page number, ma'am.
Divishi, you should be ready with your textbook.
Ma'am, just now I joined, ma'am. That's what.
Okay, we are reading page number 67 from textbook. Okay. Okay, Divishi, get ready. Meanwhile, I'll give chance to someone else. Be ready. Next time you'll get your chance. Rudranish raised hand. Rudranish, turn on your camera. If you all want to participate, please keep your camera on. Don't you feel it is very rude that I kept my camera on and you are keeping it off? Now, Srinika, read the third paragraph. Divishi, be ready for the next paragraph, okay?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Rikshita.
Yes, Shikshita.
Ma'am, third paragraph.
Yes, he stamped his frozen slippers on the stone floor.
He stamped his frozen slippers on the stone floor. My musicians will play
My
for
musicians,
them, and my musicians will play for them, and my cooks will bake cookies, and my magicians will turn toadstools into lollipops and put frog in the boy's hat.
okay,
The
stop.
old king
Stop.
smiled.
Here the king. Stop here, Shikshita. So here we can get to know about the king's plan, right? King Oliver planned something that his musicians will play for the children and his cooks will bake cookies. You know what is cookies? If you know cookies, show me thumbs up. I guess everyone know cookies, right? We all like chocolate chip cookies. Yes, good. And my magicians will turn toadstools into lollipops. Who'd like to eat such kind of lollipop? Have you got it? What he just said? His magicians are going to do what? Who can explain this one? This sounds really nasty that the king is saying his magicians is going to turn the toad's poop into lollipop for the children. If you don't know, then the lollipops could be very delicious. If you know, it is going to be very disgusting, isn't it? And he is going to put frog in the boys' hats. This is the plan. Now continue reading, Shikshita.
Yes, ma'am. The old king smiled, but then looked worried
Read
again.
from here, but that is not enough of a present.
Okay, ma'am. But that is not enough of a present. Later on, in the middle of the afternoon, when the sun is warm and yellow, I will step to windows and look out at all my children. I will be wearing my royal red and blue. He lifted his arms as if he were holding a
Treasure, correct.
treasures. Then I will tell them of my gift. It will be the best present in the whole world.
Okay, great.
He
Thank you, Shikshita. But that is not enough. According to the king, he will wear his best dress, which is red and blue, and he will declare about his present, and which will be the best present in the whole world. So, up to this third paragraph, everything is clear, students. Show me thumbs up if you understood. Very good. I got double thumbs up. Good, thank you. Let's continue. Who is willing to read next? Divishi. Yes. Read the next paragraph.
He turned from the window and faced his advisors. Now, then, we simply have to think of a better present for them than ice cream and cookies. The advisors sat before the king, looked at each other and scratched their heads and pulled their
Scratched. It is scratched. Scratching.
scratched
We often.
their
Okay.
heads,
Started.
pulled and their beards.
Beards.
As they
Beard. What is
beards,
beard? The facial hair. Some monks have it. Yes. And especially in some religion like Sikhs have long beard, right?
as they moved in the dim light, they made shadows of turkeys and goblins on the floor.
Yes.
The king
Stop here.
shivered.
Stop here, Divishi. Thank you. So up to here, have you understood what happened? Now he turned his face towards his advisors. A king must have a court, and in court there must be some advisors, some people who will give good suggestion to the king. Now he is asking, we have to think of a better present for them than just ice cream and cookies. He is not happy with the gift of ice cream and cookies. Advisors sat before the king and they were scratching their head and pulling their beard. And they moved in the dim light. They made shadows of turkeys and goblins on the floor. What is the meaning of this line? All advisors gathered in one place and they moved to one corner. And the shadow they created was looking like turkey and goblin. Goblin means ghosts. The shadow of them were looking like ghosts. Okay. Next, Divishi, continue reading.
Now, the king shivered and wiggled his toes inside his slippers. Stone castles, he grumbled. Cool in the winter, damp in the summer, dark all year long. As if to answer him, the royal blue radiator went clunk, clunk, a blunk, a clunk. The advisors rushed to the radiator and placed their hands on it. I think it's getting warmer, said one.
Okay, good. Thank you. Stop here. The king was complaining about the stone castle. Stone castles are no good. Cold in winter, damp in the summer, and dark all year long. This is the bad side of stone castle. But he had advisors. They rushed to him and they tried to console him, saying that it is getting warmer. Who is willing to read next? Raise your hand quickly. Anvita, read. Next page number 68.
Ma'am, 68 first paragraph.
Yes.
No, that's my hand you're feeling, said another. Wait, here it comes, said a third. No, here it goes, said a fourth. Clunk, a bunk, a clunk went the radiator softly like a hiccup. They stood in silence. If only spoke up a voice from the corner where the stones were wet with moss. It was a page boy dressed in green with an orange hat and orange shoes. It
What is a
only
page boy? Page boy are the king or queen's attendants, or the special servants are called page boy. Okay.
It only what, if only what, mumbled the king, for he was warming his fingers in his mouth. If only the page went on, it weren't so cold in here and so dark. I'd love it to be warm and bright. The king sign again. Warm stone castles, he said. With light, bright rooms, said his advisers, and warm little houses with lights all over the kingdom, dreamed the page. Suddenly the king's face brightened.
Okay.
That's it.
So when king's advisors failed, the king's attendant or the servant came, and he kept saying that the castle was not so cold before, and he told about warm castle and lights all over the kingdom. Now who is willing to read? Rakhi, can you read? Rakhi, read from here. That's it. He tried. Keep reading, Rakhi. That's it. He cried. That's the perfect gift. I'll give them warmth and light forever and ever. What happened, Rakhi? Bhuvan, start reading. That's it. He
Where
cried.
no, that's my hand. No, that's my hand. You are feeling, said another.
Read from here.
Great.
That's it. Read from the middle. That's it. He cried. That's the perfect gift. I'll give them warmth and light. From here. Read below. Look at the middle of the page. Everyone should follow. If you have textbook, you should keep your finger ready, right?
It's he cried that the perfect gift. I will give them warmth and the light forever and ever for my children and their children and their children's children. What could be better than his face darkened and he looked darkened, and he looked at his advisors again. But how do I do it
Okay, thank you.
there?
So now the prince finally got the idea of perfect gift. He will give warmth and light to his subjects or to the children. But how he will give that? Now the question arises. Read next. We'll read now. Rakhi, are you ready now? Rakhi Charan, are you ready? Unmute and read. Press the unmute button. Rakhi Charan, be prompt, okay? Press the unmute button and read. Unmute it, unmute. Yes, now speak. Your voice is not audible. Please check your connection. What is the issue? Please check if the mic is speaker is connected or not. Okay, Vilohit. Vilohit, can you read next?
Ma'am, from where, ma'am?
There was silence in the throne room. Page number 68. We should read from here. There was silence in the throne room.
There was silence in the throne room. The advisors handled together and ma'am
Huddled together, huddled.
huddled together and whispered. Finally, whispered. Finally, the eldest advisor stepped forward. Your Majesty, he began, it may not be the wisest gift. You see,
Okay.
and then he broke into a riddle. Come on, cried the king. Riddle me no riddles. Want you to tell me how I can give
You skipped
my
a riddle,
children.
okay, and then he broke into a riddle. The advisors huddled means they joined together and then they whispered among themselves, and then the eldest advisor came forward and said, it may not be the wisest gift. And then he told a riddle. Everything costs, even things that are free, and once they are gone, they can no longer be. So this is the riddle. Now read. Come on. Come now.
I can give my children all the heat and light they can ever use. The eldest advisor was silent for a moment. Then he spoke. It will take energy, Your Majesty. More riddles. The king interrupted.
Fire,
How
water, and all of these things, and many more. So to create energy, we need all of this, right? So we are going to stop here. Time is almost over. We have 1 minute left. Let's quickly sum up the story. So we came
Ma'am,
to, yes.
ma'am, in Unit 1 we did not wrote the bits, ma'am, in course.
Now pay attention quickly. We are going to sum up the story here. in this story, we came to know about a very wise and kind king. He's going to have a ceremony where he is going to invite small children and he is going to give away a lot of present. But he is not satisfied with the present he decided. He thinks cookie and ice cream is not enough gift. And finally, he got an idea that he'll give his children warmth and light. Here, children means his subject, the king's subject, okay? But he don't know how to provide that. He asked his advisors to give suggestion, and finally, they came up with a riddle. Everything cost, even things that are free, and once they are gone, there can no longer be. So up to here we'll stop. Tomorrow we'll continue the story. At home, read this story thoroughly, learn the hard word meaning. And if you have any doubt, tomorrow I'm going to clear it. Okay. Till then, take care everyone. Time is over. Bye-bye.